If a president cannot transform a community, how can a minister transform a community?
The first treasury CS from Luo.
How can he? Is he in charge of the treasury? Bad is not in charge of the treasury.
Who is?
State House. The politicians we have in this country still think the election of 2027 will be the election of 1969.
Tokens are enough. That's what
Give money, you dance on the platform, you shout on microphones, on rooftops of cars, you wapatia mama maleso.
You launch a project?
No, it is narratives. 2022 ilikuwa kionjo.
Good to have you on Richard Mwenja exclusive. I am here, all delighted. Well, because you're on board and also because Professor Herman Manyora is here with me looking all colorful in a floral shirt. Prof, good to see you.
Thank you.
Aging like fine wine.
We're aging well. Sisi ndio vijana tauni.
Come on. Wewe na nani? Oburu Atwoli?
Yeah, sisi ndio vijana tauni. Hatuendi mahali. Where are we going?
It's time for vijana kuongoza.
Have you seen us going anywhere? Atwoli is seeking another term next year.
You still been in TV 5 years from now?
I'll still be there. Naenda wapi?
Mtoke town vijana watawala.
Where?
You've had your time though.
You have to chase us out of town if you want.
Power is not given?
No.
You have to grab it?
No, you have to take it.
That aside, we shall talk about that one of these coming days. But hey.
Oburu is going for Senate again.
And you support that bid?
Of course.
Come on, Manyora.
Where do we go? We are not going anywhere.
Show
us you have the capacity, then we leave to you.
Mm-hmm. All right, we shall have that conversation in our
On a light note, though.
All right.
Yes.
I get it.
Yes.
SCK Bishop Charles Ongijo is the talk of town.
Yes.
All thanks to his outrage, especially what he terms as blind sycophancy from CS Mbadi and CS Opio Ndai, who are out here saying we have to support President Ruto because we as Luos, we are in his government. He talks about what do we get just because you have 2 CSs in Ruto's cabinet does not translate to transformation of our lives at a personal level. But hey, you are a political analyst, governance analyst. To what measure does having mtu wenu kwa serikali translate to the upscale of your living?
It means a lot. Mm-hmm. You have the right of bragging. If Mudavadi became president, we lawyers will just brag. Not that you shall get anything. Bragging rights.
Prestige.
Yeah, I feel like you are people. Mm-hmm. But Mbadi and the rest of those people ought to be reminded. And that preacher, I've seen him, is a bishop, eh?
Yeah, Charles Ongijo.
He's telling, but there was Olo Aringo. There was Ndolo Aya, Wilson Ndolo Aya. There was Kaliech. William Odongo Mamo. There was Ogutu Fairs. There were endless number, Dr. Uko. Mm-hmm. For the lawyers, there's a time we had a record number of ministers.
In a cabinet?
With the AG to boot. With finance, agriculture. We had everything. The days of Kina Masinde, Kina Mudavadi, Kina Amos Wako. We had the Chief Justice, Chosoni. We had everything. So to tell me that bishop is right. And even to demonstrate that bishop is right, his name is very difficult.
Mm-hmm. Charles Ongijo.
Ongijo. Mm-hmm. Very difficult name to pronounce. Mm-hmm. I'm used to Odongo, mm-hmm. Okello, Onyango, Odongo Mamo.
Yeah.
Now, President Jomo Kenyatta,
mm-hmm. founding father
of the nation, mm-hmm. was president for 15 years. If you are to look for the feet that have jiggers in this country, most feet will be found in Mount Kenya region.
His hometown?
Yes.
Jigger infestation?
We used to hear Gatundu. We thought Gatundu was very developed until a friend of mine invited me to teach for her. some A-level class, I think. Was it A-level or something? I can't remember. In a place called Kairi. Then I asked people, is this the place where Jomo Kenyatta was president? They told me yes.
Gatodo.
Those areas, they were not as, quite a while back, but there's no evidence that these people had produced the president. Richard Mwenja and your viewers, Daniel Toroitich arap Moi was president for 24 years.
Terms back to back.
24?
Yes, uninterrupted.
Uninterrupted. A small scare in 1982. Wakati vijana walijaribu kuambia polisi wakae kama raia na Waganda wakaanza kutuchekelea. That's why I tell Kenyans, you see, take care of your country. The attempted coup happened when young people like us were in a club. I was actually traveling to Nairobi. And then beer became too, that's you pombe ni bure tu. It's good I left. And I was coming for some interview. Na tukaanza kuchafua vitu kama vijana.
Anarchy.
Nilikuwa nakuja na OTC siku hizo. I would have died. Those people who came by that OTC, a good number of them were killed in Nairobi. But that's my luck. I've had many lucks. When you read my memoir, you'll see. By the way, that part of it I've forgotten. I should note down right now. So we were drinking when the coup happened, 1982. That time, there were many Ugandans in Kenya. All barmaids in Western Kenya were Ugandans. Wakaanza kutuchekelea. Wakati ilitangazwa na Leonard Mambo serikali imependuliwa, iko na wanajeshi.
Hezekiah Chuka.
Na polisi wakae kama raia. Hiyo ndio watu nakumbuka. Waganda walitucheka sana. Mtaona sasa. Ndio mtajua when you've been laughing, asking us why a person who speaks English like me is opening for you beer, now you'll know. Those are women telling us. Because some of those Ugandan women selling beer in those days spoke better English than us.
Those from Tororo?
Because, yeah. I'm trying to tell you it is a bad thing. But then that's not what we are saying. So Moi had 24 years uninterrupted, save for that small thing. Is it not in North Rift, where Moi comes from, where people still slaughter each other like they are in the 18th century? Where banditry is as normal as anything can be normal.
Way of life.
Where sometimes children can't go to school for even a year because schools, nobody can go to school. Because people are being molded like animals.
Barago.
Is it not even Baringo where Moi comes from? Where we have seen people during famine eating roots and other things we can't mention. Some other animals we cannot mention on a family program like this. So, and then Uhuru has added another how many years? 10.
10 years.
Kibaki?
10.
Apart from the highways that are being forced on the Gikuyus, because those highways, by the way, are supposed to go where Kenya is doing business, Uganda. You see this politics of patronage, and it's very stupid politics. This dual carriageway going to nowhere in Nyeri and everywhere should be going to Kisumu, to Busia, because we have business with Ugandans. Anyway, that aside, other than the glittering highways, there's so much poverty in Mount Kenya region. People are still poor. So, if a president cannot transform our community, how can a minister transform our community?
The first treasury CS from Luo.
How can he? Is he in charge of the treasury? Bad is not in charge of the treasury.
Who is?
State House.
You dare say that on camera?
Yes, on camera. During Uhuru's 10 years, the treasury was run from treasury, from State House. Kinakinywa.
Micromanagement.
Yeah. People like these president's close associates have more power than any of those ministers. See, these ministers are our friends. See, we eat with them.
Ceremonial officers.
Yeah. They have nothing. They have no power. What happens is you yourself as a person, by the time Mbadi finishes, he'll be a billionaire. By the time Opio and I finishes, he was rich. Opio was slightly richer than Mbadi. Actually richer than Mbadi, because I know him. But when he finishes, if he chose to harass Orengo for governor, Orengo ataona dust.
run
Because
for his
Mbadi
money.
will just be pouring money. Not Mbadi, what do you call him? Opion.
Opion.
He will have a lot of that money.
Just
for
one
us,
time as CS Energy is
That's-
good enough for you to walk tall in these streets.
2 years is enough for you to be a billionaire. So as individuals, they will make money. At the expense of Kenyans and taxpayers, of course. But for the community, there will be nothing. I was sitting somewhere in a club where wase wanaenda kupumzika tu, si ati mambo mbaya. A young professor, somebody I taught at the university, I'm happy my children are growing up. He came and sat next to me. I said, Manyora, when you talk on your program, tell people we Luos will support Ruto. I told him, that's very good. Because Ruto is a Kenyan and is our president, we must support him. Some people support him, others will not support him. So I thought he was, but then he proceeded to say, he continued and said, we have been in governments where we have been terrorized. I told him that's true. We have been in governments when we thought we were cooperating with Moi, but we got nothing out of it. We've cooperated with Uhuru, we got nothing out. But this one, I told him, stop there. I don't have a Luo vote. I'm a Luo, but I don't have a Luo vote. I have a Kenyan vote. And that's how our discussion ended. So that's what we are dealing with.
That's what we're dealing with.
So that bishop is right. But now the point I thought you wanted to bring, which maybe you are yet to bring.
Yeah, it's in the
and,
pipeline.
Being a good person, I can bring it for you.
Yeah.
is what is the implication of this kind of statement?
Tell us.
These are narratives. And I want to tell politicians, whatever office you are running for, media is very critical.
The fourth.
Whichever way you define media. Media doesn't have to be NTV, Citizen, KTN, or even Nairobi Review. Manyora. Media is just, media is a means. So now, when by media we mean a means through which information is carried, including WhatsApp groups in the villages.
TikTok.
If you do not have people to create narratives for you, if you cannot counter narratives, you'll see your seat slipping through your fingers. Ukiwa na utanyamaza tu. It was yours. Itaenda tu.
At the 11th hour.
Itaenda tu. Okay. Hata utashangaa iliendaje. So, that narrative from that bishop is a very powerful narrative.
Especially coming from the church.
Coming from the church is such a powerful narrative. If it is picked up, and it will be picked up by other players in the media industry and the news-making sector, like the church and influential opinion leaders, it will destroy Ruto and Nyanza.
So don't dismiss Bishop Muhere when he takes concerns with you. He carries the power to shape a narrative.
That office is a powerful office. Words on their own really have any meaning. So mi naona tu hawa wanasiasa, both the opposition and the Ruto, they are just moving. They are just moving. Do they know in the past, I don't know how many decades, and almost for a very long time, it is the media that gives Americans the president.
Narratives in the media.
Yes. It is the media that gives Americans don't vote for a president. The media gives them a president. Once in a while, a man like Trump can come and rubbish all the media. Once in a while. But sometimes the media runs away with an election and then they call it. Remember, it's even they who call.
CNN, BBC.
They call an election. Nobody calls an American election. Nobody announces the victor in America. It's the media. We can now call. We can now call that Florida state is gone. And nobody checks what they have said is true or not. It's gone. Narratives. When I listen to that bishop, I sympathize with politicians. The politicians we have in this country still think the election of 2027 will be the election of 1969.
Tokens are enough. That's what
Give money, you dance on the platform, you shout on microphones, on rooftops, tops of cars, you wapatia mama maleso.
You launch a project?
No, it is narratives. 2022 ilikuwa kionjo. Hustler, bottom up. Ruto was selling nothing. Did Ruto have anything to sell to Kenyans? But it drove him to State House.
A well-oiled manifesto.
Other small factors notwithstanding.
Lofty promises.
Narratives are powerful. So that bishop has set a trend that politicians have to be very careful with.
Talking about narratives shaping Kenya's elections, and especially the most recent one, 2022 general elections, the question is, does President Ruto stand a chance to create another powerful narrative? And this time round, what do you think will be the anchor of his next narrative?
There's somebody who advertised on this media of ours last year. Then she heard me say something that Ruto could do this and this to win an election. She withdrew her support from us.
I know her.
You know her?
I know her.
She has come back, lucky enough.
Finally.
She heard me say something. I said, now that's the Manyora, now I'm coming to advertise.
Yeah, finally.
But she has said, once she's advertising with us, Joyce,
Yeah.
Should any of her ads feature in a place where I'm trying to advise Ruto, she will withdraw immediately.
Terminate the contract.
Immediately. So, I don't want to say so much of how Ruto can win. I don't want to lose my viewers.
But he stands a chance. That is your...
I don't want to say that. It's you who is saying. For now, no. For now, Ruto does not stand a chance. And what I've been trying to say is that Ruto can indeed win this election, because anybody can win an election.
Including Oparanya.
Including Oparanya. Wycliffe Ambassa. Anybody. Even Obama, unknown to many people perhaps. Who was Obama? Obama even wasn't to be there. Forget about president. He became president after he went on the map by becoming a senator.
Illinois.
And you know how it happened?
Tell me.
The man the party had selected got himself in some scandal. And he had to leave. You know, Americans with scandals, they are very interesting people. People do very bad things, they don't care. But small things of small scandals. Yeah. It engulfed the man, he had to pull out of the race. So they looked around. Haka kamtoto kakuja hapa.
Fill the vacuum.
Kamtoto haka, wacha tu kakuja kajaribu. So sometimes it's luck. Quite often it is luck and fate and accident and all these other things. And we think we are so powerful. We don't become the things we become necessarily because we are tough.
Men worth their salt.
No, most times it's fate, it's accident, it's luck, it's inheritance, coincidence, all these things. Kenyatta became president not because he was a good, Kenyatta was just a playboy here, upper, Dagoretti upper.
Kibaki wasn't the sharpest knife in the cutlery?
Not Kibaki, I'm saying Kenyatta. Jomo Kenyatta.
Sure.
A meter reader and a cowboy hat, servicing Majonese soldiers when they want to riot around.
I wanted to know if you also hold the same reservations about Kibaki.
No.
Because I find him the best CEO Kenya's ever had.
Kibaki we can talk about. I'm talking about Kenyatta. But when wazee walitaka mtu wa kutuma England,
London.
It had to be somebody who could speak English. Then they told kuna kamjamaa hapa kajanja sana kanajua Kizungu. And that was his luck. And many of us, Moi the same. Moi had just been promoted by Mudavadi and posted somewhere, I think Tambach. When the Rift Valley member of Legico, they were from the whole province. Tameno, Amasa in Ngong, his clinic is still there, although himself is not around. Veterinary clinic. He resigned from Legico, Legislative Council, the name for Parliament, the National Assembly those days, in the 1958. That's a kazi ya ujinga staki. So the colonial government asked education officers, can you help us identify somebody? Mudavadi was Mudavadi's father, was the most high-profile education officer.
High-ranking.
When they asked, by the way, I recently promoted a teacher. He looked sober, smart, very religious. Let's try him. So he went and called Moi. Say, a chance has come for you to become. Moi said, no. I love my teaching. Supposing I go there na kazi yangu, akaambia, no, go. If anything happens, I'll keep you a job.
Go to Legico.
That's why Mudavadi was very close friends with so these things sometimes just luck. Yeah.
All these people stand a chance at the presidency. That is it. You've heard it from Professor Herman Manyora. We get to do this again tomorrow evening. In the meantime, though, tune in to the next edition with Evans.
At the same time, as they tune in, we must thank those who are with us.
Sure.
Those who have subscribed. And those who have subscribed, continue watching our videos and sharing them and liking them to grow this family.
Yeah.
At the same time, we also have a reach. If you are advertising for something, we have a reach.
True.
We have a good pool of subscribers and other people.
A global reach, actually.
A global reach. There are some things you want to sell or to offer, and the best market is Australia, UK, America, and we have many of our subscribers. People who watch us from America, really many. You want to sell a property, there are people in America, they want to buy property. Sometimes they fear con men. You know that, eh?
Trust deficit issues.
Yeah, because they have been conned, even by family members.
True.
So once we tell them on our channel, there is a house in Karen somebody selling, there's an apartment somewhere in Ngara, like Lusoi, the small studio apartments for children. Somebody can buy something like the ones we were selling in South B. 14. So when they hear from us that us are the people who link them to the property you have, somebody has, they can trust us more. You get it? Because we say we can never advertise for something we do not know.
We do due diligence.
We do proper due diligence. We sit with the developer, with the owner, we look at all the documents. If financing is in the bank, we go to the bank, and the bank tells us this is the account. We have loaned these people money to do that development. Any payment is paid through this account of theirs with us. They cannot pay anywhere else. If it's a mortgage, we know. So we just want to tell our viewers that get the comfort. If you have something to sell and you fear brokers, and then just come to us.
There you have it. Indeed, hit that call from Prof, and certainly will give you money, value for your money. We get to this again tomorrow evening. Do enjoy the rest of your viewing.